Good morning, guys, gals. Ted from Pewview Farms here. It is Thursday morning, March something. Anyways, guys, this is my first day off of work. Not quarantine, but doing the responsible thing. That's kind of what we're doing here. The New York State governor announced that he wanted workforces to be cut down to 50%. So what we're doing is we're doing a 2-week rotation. We're splitting our guys in half, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on. So I got volunteered. I didn't nominate myself. They volunteered me to take the first 2 weeks off due to the kids being home here, being sent because all the schools are closed and the homeschooling. It's been a really rough transition for each and every one of us. So if you guys are watching this video, especially you guys at work, thank you very much. It's very appreciative. My heart goes out to you guys. I appreciate what you guys offered that. Maybe I can get this transition to move a little bit smoother with my boys. I tell you, it ain't easy. But hey, I'm here, and we're going to be getting some farm work done these next 2 weeks. We're going to be getting a lot of things caught up, and we're going to be starting a couple new essential projects here on the farm that I find is going to be very important for survival down the road. We start our morning off, first day of quarantine, and we'll let the chickens out because they are not quarantined. Nothing else better than them going outside. It looks like it's pretty because of the light, but it's very foggy. We got a lot of rain, so it's not the greatest right now. First things first, we're going to feed Weenie Houdini some grain. He likes eating in the corner there. Sonny, you want to go out? You want to go outside, boo-boos? I'm going to attempt to let Sonny out while I am also giving an important message that I feel I need to give to my viewers, how I feel about this whole ordeal. Basically, like I said, I'm home. I'm sent home from work for 2 weeks, and I'm going to follow those to the best that I can. Guys, I'm not terribly nervous fully of the virus. Basically, the way I feel is if you take the precautions set forth by our governmental procedures, wash your hands thoroughly as much as possible, and just keep your distancing from social places and stuff like that, we'll be okay. We'll get through this, guys. We will. Scary times right now? Yes, I'm not going to lie. Just due to markets, the way the grocery stores are being invaded and stuff like that. I hope this clicks a light bulb, though, on the majority of the U.S. population to know that our truckers and our farmers and our factory workers that produce this food in the packages to make sure that the truckers can get it out to us, they're very important to us. So I hope in the long run this helps out, and this is a good message to our society on how important you guys are to us. Let's let Frickin' Frack in for their grain. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, Fricky Frecky. Nitro D. Come on, you big goob doobs. Oh, I love those guys. I love them. So I was really debating on whether or not to make this video telling you guys how I feel about this whole deal and stuff like that, but I think everybody deserves to know how everybody reacts to this kind of situation in one way or another. So the way I look at it is I overworked myself from social media platforms via such as Facebook, because I'm a YouTuber. I post videos. I've created a friendship-based group, and I have a lot of you on Facebook. So I follow you guys. I follow a lot of farming channels and stuff like that on Facebook. A lot of agricultural channels on Facebook. And you still get every other hit as something about this whole deal. And you just get yourself overworked. So I found myself having to take myself away from Facebook. So I sincerely apologize if anybody's been trying to message me or anything like that. It was just easier taking myself away from that platform. And I strictly, honestly, just watch YouTube. I fill myself in on the news in the evening for a little bit just to see what new guidelines we need to follow and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm more concerned about my everyday activities here and my boys. Like I said, this is a very trying time for us here on the farm, especially with the boys. You know, I was thinking of a little saying on the way out of the barn here. You can take the kids out of the school, but you can't take the school away from the kids. And that's kind of what we're seeing here in our local community. These teachers are pouring their hearts out and their souls out. And honestly, I believe firmly that these teachers are deeply, deeply saddened of the situation and really miss their kids. And they're trying to do the online programs and stuff so these kids can still get their education and stuff. But you got to remember, guys, you're sending home a group of kids that when we were those kids, those were our wonder years. Those were our fun years. How many times have you said, man, I wish I could go back to school. I wish I could go back in time and go back to school. The friendships, the bonds, you know, just everything that has to do with schooling. We just totally took that away from them. So I feel for my two boys. And my oldest is 14 years old. The way I feel now is we've pushed adulthood that much further on him. You know, there's a time to be a kid and there's a time to be an adult. But now he needs to be more grown up now than he ever has, and probably I ever needed to be at that age. So that's what I said. It's just trying times right now, and we're going to get through this one way or another. That's the way I look at it. But just by following all these guidelines that everybody tells you, and, you know, staying away from doing your shopping once a month or whatever, and still support local. Locally still, we have all of our small mom and pop shops, restaurants and stuff that are still doing takeout. You know, if you guys still have an income coming in at the time, maybe plan a dinner or two a week by takeout or something like that to help these places out, guys, because this is going to have a really bad trickle-down effect on everything years to come. And we, being the backbone of our country, the people that go out and work every day, pay your taxes and stuff like that, if we can afford it, we got to help these places out. So I've made a list up in my head, picked a couple of jobs that we're going to do here, and as you can see, we did an extensive amount of spreading manure. We got a broken spreader sitting outside, but this is the last pen that needs to be cleaned. There's probably about 6 inches of hay pack in here. So we're going to get Houdini Weenie cleaned out, and everything in the barn will be cleaned out. We'll retouch up Nitro and D because they don't stay in here. They just come in here for their grain in the morning and in the evening, and we'll touch them up. And then all the stalls in the barn will be clean. So that's my mission today, is to get these stalls in the barn finished out, cleaned out. We still got the New Holland 129 spreader here, lent from my neighbor Dan. He's still gracious enough to let us use it. So we'll fill this up. Spread a little manure today. We're going to find someplace, somewhere to put it. We did get some rain, as you can see, but our ground has firmed up. So I'm believing I can go out into the pasture. There's still some spots. Get rid of some manure. Because I got that stall that we're going to clean. And I have this lean-to that was bedded down with wood shavings that I would say is probably at least 6 inches, 8 inches deep, probably 6 inches. This is going to get cleaned out and rebedded. Where the cow's at right there, that's been cleaned out. Just needs to be rebedded. So we're going to get some wood shavings this week and get everything rebed and start bracing down for our calving season. And what farm does not have a pile of scrap? I got scrap laying all over the farm, so I'm figuring right now is going to be a good time to get the dump trailer loaded up with scrap and find a day where I can get out of here for a little bit and do all my stuff at one time and get rid of this scrap. I don't care the price. It's something that needs to be done. Let's just get rid of it and be done with it. So I also want you guys, don't forget, go into last week's video, the last video I posted, and if you guys want to be entered in that Easy Pour set, make sure you guys are commented in that video somewhere. If you guys are interested in being drawn for that, we will draw that this Sunday. I'll make a did some visual. We did get the manure spreader jacked up, and as you guys can see right there was our culprit. Kind of a, I don't know, we're gonna call it a half-wit design. You would think it'd be something maybe a little bit different, but they're very infamous for this, and mine was one of them that fell under that category for infamousy. And I probably should have been a little more proactive on it and kept it a little more cleaner, and maybe that wouldn't have happened. You live, you learn, guys. Lessons of life are living and learning. Looks like Nitro and D are done with their grain. They're ready to go back out. Oh, guys. Get out of here. Come on. Go outside and play for the day. Come on. Big goop doobs. Come on. Big goop doobs. Alright, now that chores are pretty much all caught up and done, we'll head into the house, see if the boys are up yet, and make sure they get some breakfast. Normally during the week, these guys always get fed a breakfast and a lunch. And the school is also doing above and beyond, if you ask me. They're making sure that all these kids in our district, I believe they're delivering over 300 and some meals a day, breakfast and lunch included, and homework supplies that they need. They're bringing out buses, teachers are volunteering, and they're coming to the doors. Everything is a non-contact physical thing. Kids leave stuff outside if they need it. Vice versa, the school leaves the stuff outside and the kids can get it. And my heart pours out to each and every one of these volunteers, teachers, and everything that are making sure that their district is fed. We really, really appreciate what you guys are doing here. So guys, all in all, this is just going to be a little short video, just letting you guys know what's going on here on Pewview Farms. Like I said, we're feeling the brunt with everyone else, and this is the way we're coping with it. But this is what's going on here on the farm. And last thought, basically what I want you guys to think about, and I'm sure each and every one of you guys, my subscribers are great, big-hearted, well-hearted individuals, and I know you guys are thinking about this, but don't forget the people that are on the front line of defense in this. My wife is a nurse. She works at a local doctor's office, and you worry about your loved ones, especially your spouse, each and every day, no matter what. But the worry gets a little worse when you're in situations like this, and it's not necessarily all about the virus. It's about the stress that these men and women on our front lines are dealing with each and every day, between losing staff, cutting staff down, non-essential employees in that office, they're working from home and stuff like that. The new regulations and everything that they're following, that probably to them, they walk in there and it probably feels like a doomsday scenario, stuff like that. And that does create a load of stress on these people. But they're still there each and every day, pouring their heart out and making sure that they combat this the best that they possibly can. And just wanted to say, what a better way to say something than to post it worldwide on YouTube. Melissa, I love you and thank you. So that being said, guys, just a really quick video. Being that I'm home for 2 weeks, like I said, we're going to be concentrating mainly on schoolwork with the boys and stuff like that. But we are going to have projects here on the farm that are going to get done. We're going to get some, stuff done. We need to get stuff done around here. We can't just sit around and mope all day long. This is a farm. It has to continue. It has to operate efficiently each and every day. So we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be posting probably a lot of videos these next 2 weeks, guys, because I'm stuck here. This is my sanity, YouTube. By all means, this is my sanity. So I'll be posting little short clips of what's going on here on the farm. There's going to be a lot of projects. Like I said, today is basically doing a little more manure cleanup. I'd like to get another dozen loads or so, possibly spread throughout the day in between here and there. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope each and every one of you are mentally getting through this strongly. And like I said, I took myself away from Facebook, which has made myself feel a hell of a lot better, and went more towards YouTube. That's all I do is watch YouTube videos. All these channels that I watch, you guys are still posting videos of your each and everyday activities on your farms, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy seeing how you guys operate your operations, and I'm especially enjoying how you guys are getting through this and stuff like that. You know, we don't have no huge conspiracy theorists here on these channels or anything like that. You know, you can watch these videos and you can feel good about the video after you're done watching it. So if anybody is kind of not a really big watcher of YouTube, especially in the agricultural sector of it, I highly suggest take yourself away from the TV, take yourself away from social media platforms such as Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not saying get rid of it altogether, but a lot of these agricultural videos, guys, is peace minding, and you guys will realize it after you watch about a dozen or so. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, you'll be seeing a lot more. Make sure you guys look at last week's video if you want to be entered in the Easy Pour drawing. We're going to draw it. You're going to email me your address, and I'm going to send it to you. So that being said, guys, I look forward to talking to y'all real soon.